What is going on, y'all? It is Are We Recording here back with another episode. We're talking NFL 2025-2026 season today, and we are joined by our good friends In Between the Lines podcast. We've got Josh and Brock joining us today. We
Yes,
are really
sir.
to have you guys on to talk some ball.
Yes, sir, my guys.
What's
Good
going
to
on,
see
fellas? Let's do it.
Well, hey guys, before we get right into all of this, we're gonna have Brock and Josh's channels and their users in the description. So make sure you guys give them a follow, support their content. It's really good stuff.
Some real ball knowers. Some real ball knowers.
Hey, former athletes. So we got to put some respect on these takes. We want to get y'all's opinions on me and Ethan's takes as we'd say semi-professional athletes.
Man, like I told JL before we came on, I said, all right, now, John, they got something to know what they're talking about now. There's some real ball knowers over here as well,
for real.
man.
Awesome. Well, we're really
happy. Y'all on y'all shit. Y'all know y'all stuff for sure.
Hey, we're really happy to have you guys on the show, and let's get right into it. Let's talk some ball, and let's start with some NFL risers. And by risers, we're talking about people who we think are going to exceed some expectations. So I'm going to open the floor to you guys. You guys are our guests. So let's open the table. Brock or Josh, either one of you guys can start. Let us know who you think will become a riser in this season.
There, you want to take it? I'll start off. I mean, for me, you want to take it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Nah, it don't matter. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm gonna go a quarterback. I know I'm gonna go Jalen Milroe. Especially just from what I've seen this preseason. I know they got Sam Darnold, at Seattle, but bro shows some real good upside. It was a lot of unknown about his throwing the ball, but to me, bro looked solid. If Sam Darnold go down, I think Jalen Milroe will look real nice. I think he gonna be one of those quarterbacks in this class this year that have one of the better years, presented that opportunity. So I'm gonna go with my boy J Mill. I already know, I'm a big advocate for my boy. So, I'm gonna roll with him. I think he had a great preseason. He looked good to me. I know he's not one of those big superstars or whatever per se, but just from what he showed in that preseason, I think he looked real good. You could tell he put in some work on them throwing mechanics throughout the offseason, and bro looked nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, for Roz, I'm gonna go. I mean, I guess I'll go both. I go team and quarterback. I like the Falcons to make a big jump this year in the NFC South. I mean, I like Penix. I think he kind of gonna open that offense up a little bit. So I mean, I guess that's kind of my other rise of Michael Penix. I think he gonna open that offense up. I think I know people been waiting for Kyle Pitts to break out, show himself a little bit more. But I think I'm saying with Penix get the ball out quick. So I think he'll utilize Kyle Pitts well. So I think with obviously I think I'll talk about my OPOY later, but I think that Bijan Robinson, he gonna be another guy that has one of their years to stamp himself as a, depending on how you look at it, top 3 running back, top 2 in some people's lives, but obviously Saquon gonna forever be my number 1. But that's beside the story. But I mean, I think the Falcons gonna be, I think they're gonna take a step up. I like who they just hired over there. They hired what's his name? Mike. What's his name?
Oh,
not Mike. I'm going blank.
The name is slipping me too.
The DC from the what's his name?
Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris. There we go. Raheem Morris. I like Raheem Morris. I like him at the hire. They hired him last year, matter of fact. But I think that he's gonna do good things. I think he establish a new identity over there, and I think Penn is gonna be the one to put him over the top.
The mythical Kyle Pitts. That's
I know.
Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm taking him in fantasy.
Penn is gonna do it, man.
Fuck, why? He doesn't score more than 4 points a game, and it's just so frustrating. But hey, I like that, Brock, because I'm going with an NFC South team too. I like the Carolina Panthers adding Tedero McMillan this offseason, and Bryce Young really looked more comfortable at the end of last season. I could see the Panthers making maybe not a playoff jump and being a contender, but I could see them being above the bottom dwelling that we saw last year, where they're going to be better than the Saints, I think, and could have a chance to compete with the Falcons for, maybe a wild card spot or something like that.
I like that too, because I think just for the Panthers, it would be good for their fan base not to just be the worst team in the division for a couple of years. Like if they can like maybe stay in playoff contention for like 2-3 weeks and then fall off, I think they'll take that. I
So
think
y'all
They
like
gonna have to get a
McMillan? Y'all
run
like
game
McMillan
though.
as the one? Hubbard had a pretty good season last year. Hubbard had a pretty good season,
I
got his
mean,
bag. But as far as to win though,
they
yeah, they probably gonna need a little more.
For sure.
Y'all like
yeah.
McMillan as a true number one?
I
Yes.
do.
Because I don't know.
Let's go. I mean, saw the one round where they kind of messed up on the anticipation of week 1 preseason, but yeah, he got some sudden movement to him. He moved a little lackadaisical, but I like his game though, McMillan. I think he'll be a number one.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Panthers and what they've got. But who do you got as a riser?
My riser too is going to be the Niners. I think last season they got hit with the injury bug, and they ended up getting a really, really good draft pick this year. I'm a little worried about what they're going to do with McCaffrey because you can kind of tell his body's breaking down and wearing down. But it's the every other year Niners. I think they will be up there competing in the NFC. I don't know if they'll be better than a team like Philly or Detroit, but I think they'll be right there.
So you feel about their receiver room right now? BA down. They're gonna be kind of by committee, but
I think,
yeah,
right.
I think Kyle Shanahan is one of the best offensive coordinators in football. I think he'll make some stuff shake, especially the first couple of weeks until BA gets back.
Yeah,
it's more so and especially they also traded for Brian Robinson. I don't think it fits them too much, their scheme, but as a backup option to take some carries off of McCaffrey, I think he helps a lot.
Yeah. I think the 49ers, like you said, are kind of a 1 year on, 1 year off team. And if they can avoid injuries, they're going to be a contender again with just how well they're coached. And they still have a lot of talent on that roster. They're getting older, so that window is closing, but I think they still have a chance at it.
Hey, let's go. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let's go through that roster real quick. From a receiver standpoint, Pearsall, which first round draft pick, but BA gone. You found saying you know how I feel about BA, great receiver, but he out right now. First 6 weeks. Pearsall, first round draft pick, so obviously talented, but respectfully, like I said, we haven't seen much from him. Juwan Jennings.
They got DeMarcus Robinson from the Chiefs.
What they schedule look like? Okay, who? DeMarcus Robinson. What they schedule look like? I don't know. That receiver room scared me for the first 6 weeks. That's just me though. But you're right. Shanahan can make something work, right?
I mean, they start the season off at Seattle. They usually split the series with the Seattle. The Rams, the same thing with them. They play in teams like the Jaguars, the Saints.
Okay. They can stay afloat. Don't worry about it. You're good. You said enough.
Yeah.
They can stay afloat. They can stay afloat. I'm just trying to make sure until BA come back, you know what I'm saying? Because I think BA is their true number one that they're gonna be trying to get the ball to, right? So it's just like until then, but you're right, Shanahan's a genius, so I'm not knocking it.
The schedule's not that hard.
It's not. You're right.
NFC and AFC South. They'll be okay. They'll be okay.
You're right. My fault.
I mean, I guess that moves us a little bit then to our fallers too. We know a lot of players might have jumped the gun last year and over exceeded expectation. Maybe it's the remnants of being an old Cowboys fan, because I've converted into being a Chiefs fan. My faller for the year is going to be the Washington Commanders. I just don't trust that offense outside of Terry too much. And I think defensively, their DB room is not very good. Marshawn Lattimore is getting up there in age. And even though they did get him mid-year last year, he wasn't very good. Bobby Wagner, even though I do think he's a little overrated for at this point in his career, I don't think he's nowhere near an all-pro level, but he keeps getting these nominations. I think if he goes down, the depth behind him ain't that good. Like it's really not. I think they're kind of playing a line of like, if they start missing a few players, if Terry decides, you know what, I don't want to play week 1 until I get my money, then I think they might very well be in trouble.
Like that one, because I think you're right. I think they're riding a lot on J5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like you said, like if one thing go wrong, like y'all season kind of goes to shit. So I'm with you on that one. Like, so that goes to my next question. Do y'all think J5 has a sophomore slump, or he, you know what I'm saying, he stays afloat? Or is it all dependent on Scary Terry?
I think it depends on that offense. I think it really does depend on the offense. Like, He's a very good quarterback. I think as far as especially quarterbacks in the NFC, and even in his division with the quarterbacks like Dak and Hurts, I think he easily has the highest ceiling. What he's able to do,
easily.
throwing the football and running the ball, it just depends on can the Commanders put pieces around him, like because Terry's 29 too. It's not like he a spring
Right.
chicken. He been in the league a minute.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do if your goal is to get to a Super Bowl before you got to pay Jaden Daniels that contract? You need to get a lot
You
more
got to
weapons.
capitalize now. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
capitalize now. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who you got as a follow Gage? Talk to me.
Whew. I think I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins because I think they're gonna fall off a cliff. I think
I'm about to say what they falling from.
yeah, I think they're really going to be like very
Shit.
bottom of the barrel this year. They're going to lose their division. They're going to get stomped by all of their teams in the division. I think the Jets will probably be even better than the Dolphins this year, which it sounds crazy to say, but I think there's just so many problems with the Dolphins, and it's a lot of the same problems that they've had previous years where Tua's so injury prone. We're worrying about the concussions, all of the scary things that have happened to him on the field, on top of the horrid defense. That
Mhm.
defense is going to be so bad.
Yeah, that defense gonna be terrible.
It's going to be really, really bad. And I just don't know if Tyreek Hill is completely like there. Because I mean, obviously, like him and Waddle are the two reasons that I would even like give these guys a chance in the division. But there's something about Tyreek and like the way last year ended that I don't think this is going to be his best season.
Yeah, I was high on Tyreek, but
I love
I don't
Tyreek.
know.
I would say
I feel like he's just trying to redeem himself this year. But you're right though. And I saw some comments coming from Tua. It doesn't look like Tua too fond of Tyreek right now.
I think they tied about that trade request he did towards
Think
the end of
so?
last season. Yeah, I
And
think
what
that's
did he
it.
say? What did he say after the last game? That what it was? Something like I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna be here last year, so next year, something like
Yeah,
that.
and you could tell the team was tight about it.
Yeah. Well, a follow for me, that's tough for me. I mean, it kind of. I think too. I mean, I'm not. I think Tua kind of. I think this is probably his last year. I think he kind of. I think I'm kind of agreeing with you on the Dolphins. Another team that I think might fall off is the Steelers. I think this might be. It might be over with for the Steelers as far as them just
It
being.
might
I
be
know their
rats for Mike
defense.
T.
Yeah, I think it might be. So I guess that might kind of go into a hot seat as well. But yeah, I think the Steelers going. I think they're gonna be. I don't think they're gonna be too good. I think their division is really good. I think the Ravens are gonna be good. Obviously, that doesn't. We found saying the Bengals are gonna be much better. I mean, the Browns are shit. So I mean, the Browns not gonna be too good. But
No, they're
I don't know. I
not.
just don't think too much of the Steelers. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is really gonna be there to save them. And then their weapons. I mean, they got DK Metcalf solid, but their running game questionable still. Hopefully, Caleb Johnson can do something.
I
I was
like
big on
Caleb
him
Johnson a
coming.
lot, but
I
I
love
mean,
him coming out of Iowa. I love him, but I don't know about their O line. I'm gonna have to see a little bit more. But I think they're gonna be. Yeah, I think they might fall.
I think so too. I think you're putting a lot of pressure on Warren and Johnson to make that run game go, and you
Mhm.
putting a lot of pressure on Rodgers. Like any little magic he got left, like,
Right.
can he make something shake with that
Yeah.
team? I wouldn't put my money on it. The Rodgers I've seen the last 3 years, I would not me personally do that. But at the same time, he still got it in him.
Yeah.
And I'm
Trying to
not
think.
gonna
I
lie,
feel like there's another
that'd be
faller.
a hell of a story. That would be a hell of a story if he came back to. I'd be hating like crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be hating like the Steelers become good, and it's because of Aaron Rodgers. I'd be
Yeah, that would be. You're gonna hear too much. You're not gonna hear the end of it. Pat
Oh,
McAfee show
what?
going crazy every Tuesday.
Bad,
Oh my
bad.
god.
He gonna be on there every week talking about the vaccinations every week. I thought we escaped it every week. He gonna be on there.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, hey, we'll keep it in a very similar discussion as we can talk now about hot seat candidates and some people that we think might be at risk of losing their job if things don't pan out well at the end of the season. Who wants to start?
I mean, I'll go because this is tough one for me, and I really don't want to say his name, but I think Justin Fields. I think he on his last hoorah. If Justin Fields, like, and I'm not saying that I think he's gonna do bad. I'm obviously not with him, but I because I think he may have a pretty good season, right? Like, I think him being with Justin Fields, I think that, you know what I'm saying, them maybe being able to rekindle that Ohio State connection, I think that's a possibility, right? Maybe them having the defensive minded head coach and Aaron Glenn, like, defensive minded head coaches usually like to run the ball. So I think maybe they can kind of run an offense that fits him. I think maybe they have a chance with Brees Hall, good backfield, good O line. They've been drafting O lineman for the last 5 years in the first round. So damn it, they should be somewhat decent, right? With Elijah Tucker, whatever his name is, and a couple of other big boys. So I think that he could have a good season, but if he don't, I think he might be going towards being a career backup. So I'm gonna say him just for not as far as being on the hot seat for that team, which I guess that could be true too, but it's just for his career and being a starter in the NFL. I think Bro's on the hot seat. And I think he definitely has to have a good season. Needs to have a good season to, you know what I'm saying, stamp himself as a starter.
I feel you. It's like how many chances is he gonna get, right? He
Yeah.
got a lot of time in the Bears, and then around the Bears are a mess, and maybe Ben Johnson
Mess.
chasing this.
Mhm.
Then he goes to the Steelers. You could say he didn't get a fair shake. I think he did.
Oh, listen,
But
so you think he did? You think you think he did?
I think when you have a quarterback like Russell Wilson, who is definitely past
Mhm.
his prime, waiting in the wings, who's a lot more accomplished and has a lot more experience than you, there's
Mhm.
not really that much room for error, especially when you're not lighting it up. Like he played solid for when they had him
Yeah.
before they switched to Russ, but it's like obviously they didn't want to keep you.
Yeah. He showed you something. So do you think that kind of how we go back to the story before how we talked about the Steelers, do you think that the weapons had some? Well, I guess they had a solid George Pickens, but then
For
again,
sure.
it's like they outside of George, what really was there
No,
to
you're right, but
allow,
that's why I said he got his third shot being on this Jets offense.
yeah,
Like if this he still don't wow or show more than what he's shown before, then I think he's gonna be in that backup role for a
yeah,
minute.
you're right. We
Yeah.
agreed. I just had a little side conversation about the Steelers,
No,
though,
you
but we agree though.
Hey, I'll go with another quarterback with you because I think Trevor Lawrence is on the hot seat, and that might sound crazy when you look at how much money he's making and the investment that has gone into him as the number one overall pick in the draft 2019. It's been a minute.
Something it's been a while. Yeah.
it is.
So Trevor is one of those guys who I always had hope for, and I still do. I think that adding Travis Hunter and having the second year of Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be really good for him. And he's like unfortunately been plagued with bad coaches and a lot of just bad situations. But at some point, Trevor, I think we just need to see more. Like it's gotta translate a little bit more to him winning. And
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. So I think the Jags are really going to have serious conversations about him if he has another rough year, whether that be injuries or him turning the ball over, because that's been his biggest thing. He fumbles and throws interceptions a lot more than you would like your number one overall pick to. So Trevor Lawrence on the hot seat. So
Man, I'm second, man. We talked about it outside of this. I'm right there with you, bro. I just feel like, Trevor Lawrence is kind of, him and Justin Fields came in together, So and we throwing Justin on this same pedestal, I feel we got to throw, especially with Trevor Lawrence. He came out as the golden boy, which respectfully, I understand, but outside of that, I don't know. Let me not get into it too deep. But
No, I feel you're about to go up.
man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I just never really. I guess he's a good prospect, but as far as him being as good as the prospect as Andrew Luck, I didn't see that, right? But I understand it, right? But I don't know. I just think that, like Gage said, him coming in, he was a golden boy. He had a lot of expectation, a lot of hype around him, and it hasn't translated to winning. And I feel like, maybe he hasn't been put in the best situations as well, and we can't fault him for that. But I agree. I think he on that hot seat, bro. Especially with the talent around him, Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, bro. Shit, you got to do something with that.
Hey, well, we got Josh joining us back here. I know we're having a little bit of connection issues, but now that we got you,
my connection, I'm having some technical difficulties, fellas. It's ugly over here.
It's all good. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
It's this hotel Wi-Fi, man. It's looking bad for you, boy.
That boy in that Ocho. That boy got that Ocho Cinco.
Man, it's crazy. But yeah, what we on? We on hot seat right now.
yeah.
it's kind of rough, but I'm gonna go with A-Rod. I mean, I know he on the back end of his career, but this definitely that last stop, especially, him in Pittsburgh. I mean, you know, he got some weapons over there. He got DK. Um, I think Mike Tomlin definitely gonna be able to get him right. But if this one don't go right, far as performance, injury, whatever the case may be, might have to go ahead and hang them cleats up. You know what I'm saying? Might have
Mm-hmm.
to go on and put it up. But this definitely his last go around for me. I think he got this around him. I definitely do, but we gonna see. I don't know. It might be time. I thought it was time last year, but we
Yeah,
gonna see.
it's really time
Yeah.
now. I agree with you. I
Mm.
think that the funny thing about this Rodgers and Steelers situation is going to go one of two ways. Either Mike Tomlin is going to break his streak and finally win a playoff game in the last like 8 years, or this is going to be his first losing season. He's not going 8-8 or 9-8 again. It's going to be one or the other.
Mm-mm. It ain't no
It's
in
going-
between.
Facts.
It's going to be one, and Aaron Rodgers' name will be attached to whatever happens.
Oh, for sure, for sure. He got the keys to this thing. It's on him.
Nah, fact.
So is Mike Tomlin on the hot seat? Would you guys say?
I don't know.
Damn near.
He on a warm seat. Like, I don't know if you can justify firing a coach as good as Tomlin, but at the same time, they really ain't been on nothing in a long time.
They defense looks solid this year though. So I mean,
It does.
they
I
got
think
some pieces.
if they can, I don't really understand too much the Minka for Jalen Ramsey swap. Personally, I think Ramsey definitely towards the end of his career.
I think Minka's the better overall player right now.
I think so too.
Respectfully.
I think so too. But it's one of those things of like, at the end of the day, you're Mike Tomlin. The buck stops with you. Like with certain
Right.
decisions on the team, especially it's been what, like 7-8 years since you won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Especially with the Steelers.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like a
It's the
storied franchise
Steelers.
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that fan base get tired of that eventually. I think you're right, bro. And I think you've been kind of hearing the rumblings like them people on ESPN. Granted, I mean, I'm not too big of a fan of what ESPN be talking about
Yeah.
nowadays, but I mean, they don't bring it up for no reason. Like they hearing the rumbling somewhere. So I think that,
Right.
I think it's warm now. I don't think it's too hot. It ain't burning
Yeah.
up. But
That
yeah,
is a good take though, because I mean, Mika for Jalen, it's not like you really need him at corner. You got Joey Porter. You know what I'm saying? He definitely one of them ones.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a
definitely.
confusing move.
Is he gonna be more at that nickel? Is he gonna be more of just a rover? I mean,
Are you gonna move into safety?
Safety,
right?
yeah.
What do you
But
do
that's
with
what
him?
Minka did. Because Minka did
Right.
everything. Minka kind of was a Swiss Army knife. Like he could roll down in that nickel, that corner, that safety, like you know what I'm saying, that slot, whatever it looked like. He blitzing off the edge, like played the run. Like
Right.
he was yeah.
So is
that's
Slay gonna be
different.
that other corner?
Yeah, Slay would be the other outside corner. I totally forgot
Play
they
on the
got Slay.
outside.
Yeah, they
I
signed
forgot they got Slate too. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot about
Facts.
that.
old ass team.
They got
Yeah.
a lot of DBs. So why do you make that trade? I mean, I guess. I mean, but
That's
Jalen
what I'm saying.
Ramsey did play safety at Florida State, though, right?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So
Yeah.
maybe they moved him back to his natural position. So I mean, and he longer in the tooth. So like, we really want him moving them toes with the number one receiver now. We want him to just be able to go play ball and be a ball hawk. So I mean, maybe they looking at it like that. And he's always been pretty physical when it comes to the run game. Like he never been scared of no smoke. So I mean,
Right.
maybe. And he big
And
as hell.
no.
So I mean, he's 6'2", 6'3", 2 something.
Yeah.
Right. Or
I just don't know if he'll be
6'1".
an X factor like that no more.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody else got anyone that's on the hot seat?
I was gonna say, Ethan, I thought have you given one?
Nah, but you gave one.
For me, it's gonna be Shane Steichen with the Colts. I think you kind of see it clear as day with them making Daniel Jones as a starter. Like, why would you make that decision over a guy like Anthony Richardson, who I don't rate that much, but at the same time, I think he needs a lot of reps. And so if you
What
wanna
is
give
it?
him
What
more
has he
reps-
showed you though? What is AR showed you for? I mean, because I'm not a fan of either one, but you gonna take the upside more with Anthony Richardson over
Daniel Jones? Yeah,
Daniel
Because
Jones?
you're not winning nothing with Daniel Jones. Like Daniel Jones is in the stage. I think he's about to transition that career of like maybe he can win you 2 or 3 games as a starter if you know your quarterback coming back or being a backup in there. But
Right.
Anthony Richardson was your guy that you drafted in your first offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, he hasn't been the greatest player by any stretch of the imagination. Him with his injuries and him doing the whole needing a substitution, I'm tired kind of thing last year. But this is your bed. You got to lie in it. Like, you're not winning nothing with Daniel Jones. And Anthony Richardson needs more minutes.
Yeah.
But I get it. And I think that's what the decision, you can kind of feel like the pressure a little bit of like, all right, well, I don't know if AR is going to be good enough.
What if
to help me keep a job?
What if they're starting Daniel Jones to tank for Archie?
This what I think they doing, right? I think kind of like you said, Shane Steichen know his ass on the hot seat, bro. And I don't think he finna go out with AR. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
at least give himself a fight, respectfully a fighting chance. So like I feel like he feels like I ran my race with AR. I've tried what I can. Like, I need to try something to save my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I think, right? But I'm with you though. I don't agree that was the right decision. Like, I'm going with the person with the more upside because one, Daniel Jones probably played. If I had this, I'm pretty sure he played all 4 years at Duke. So he played all 4 years at Duke. He's had hella reps at Duke. Came into the league, started with 2-3 years for the Giants, probably 3-4 years for the Giants. Didn't do good. So he's had reps, is what I'm saying. You go to AR. AR didn't have very many reps at Florida. Then he come to the Colts, didn't really get many reps due to injury and whatever the case may be. So I think I agree with you. I think that you give him the reps, allow him to try to show what he can. And then if you boo, then you still gonna be trash and you gonna be high enough in the draft pick. You know what I'm saying? At least you know what you got in Anthony Richardson. You know he either good or he not good. And then you know, okay, if he good, then okay, I got him for the future. If he's not good, I'm drafting a quarterback in this quarterback-rich draft.
Look at the Panthers. Look at the Panthers with Bryce Young. First season was rough. That first couple games of that second season were rough. They benched him, and by the good Lord's strength, he came back looking like a completely different player.
Yeah,
and he looks like a legit franchise quarterback. And it's like you tried that with Anthony Richardson benching, and he looked a little better coming back. But it's like he doesn't have enough minutes at the quarterback position for you to just have him on the bench. It just don't make sense to me personally.
It didn't. I agree. I'm definitely not playing Daniel Jones. I don't like nothing about Daniel Jones.
No. But I mean, if he needs to save your job, it's him or AR, and I think he made his choice very clear. He made his choice so clear.
He did, bro.
Hey, well, now we can move on to talk some fantasy demons because I know we all play some fantasy football in here. So I want to maybe this is cheating and getting some intel from my opponents because Ethan is in a league with me. So Ethan, be careful about who you say. But
yeah, no, I'm not gonna give away too much because I do need to redeem myself for being so trash last year. But my fantasy demon this year is I'm gonna go with Travion Henderson. I think I was really high on him coming out of Ohio State. He was my RB2 in this year's NFL draft, and he's already shown flashes. I mean, shoot, his first touch in his preseason game was an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And he's been nothing but explosive for that New England offense, who Mike Vrabel is going to take over that team. I think they're going to play a lot better.
Oh, that's another riser. I'm not going to lie.
The Patriots?
The risers. I like the Patriots.
I just don't know offensively if they have enough.
Offensively, they have enough weapons.
I think Stephon Diggs is cool, but I think he's at the moment in his career with I don't know if he's a one anymore. I know he's not a one anymore.
He's not. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if he's the type of guy you can give 100 targets to in a season anymore.
But I think Vrabel going to have them playing a brand of football that is going to be kind of able to win them more games than they should. But you're right. I mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no. You're right. Like
you
beat me to it. Like, and having a guy like Travion Henderson who is a home run hitter, he might not get all the touches because you have Ramondre Stevenson, but he's going to get a bunch in the pass game too.
Hey, Ethan, I'll stick with rookie running backs for my fantasy demon because I'm going Omarion Hampton of the Los Angeles Chargers because we know that Harbaugh loves to run the piss out of the football. And they had...
I don't like that y'all are saying this. Both of them on Marcus's team.
I know Marcus is watching this grinning ear to ear.
He's like, man, these guys know ball. But Marion Hampton, man, I'm really excited about what he can do in this offense, especially now that they don't really have any weapons at the receiver position. So I think they're going to be very reliant on the run game like they were last year. And Hampton's going to be a big part of that. And he's going to get a lot of carries, a lot of catches, I think, out of the backfield from Herbert. So keep an eye on him for sure.
I like that. I agree with that. I'm high on both of them two backs coming out of the draft. I think Hampton is same level, just as good as Gency. I don't think there's too much of a fall off in that range. Especially, I don't think there's too much of a situational wise as well. Like I don't.
Okay,
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm high on Hampton though. Like I don't, but I also don't. I think that people did too much when it came to Genty though. Like people mentioning him when it comes to like Bijan Robinson and Saquon Barkley and him being
I'm a part
generation.
of it. You must hate me then, because I'm a part of that group. I think Genty is phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. He's a great player. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, deserves every bit of the first round draft pick. Like, but I saw something where it was like his ceiling is I don't know, Barry Sanders or something like that. And his floor is LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, and you're like
that's
kind of
wild to me.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Like
you know what I'm saying? Like
his ceiling is a top 1 or 2 running back ever, and his floor is a top 10 running back ever.
Top 5.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like so
like, that's a lot. But I think Genty's a stud.
I think Genty's a stud, right? I think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be multiple 1,000-yard seasons. Like that's beside the point, right? But I think my fantasy demon, I wanted to go Hampton. I mean, I Hampton Henderson because I love Henderson, but I'm gonna go George Pickens. I think George Pickens is gonna have a huge year with the Cowboys. It might not be demon, might not be the right word, but I think he's gonna have one of those years where it's like, okay, like he stamps himself to where it's like he deserves the payday that he's looking for, and he just stands himself as one of those top wide receivers in the league, especially in that offense. I think they're pass happy. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, I know Ethan brought it up with the new OC and everything. Maybe they try to lean towards the run game more, but I just don't know who they're going to give the ball to. Yeah. So, I mean, I think they're going to have to lean on CD and George. And I think with George, with CD getting all those double teams on the front, see George backside one-on-ones, what are we talking about? Jump balls, whatever you want to do.
Like CB2s and like I said, I know there's a lot to be said about Dak Prescott, but he is one of the better quarterbacks in the league in tight window throws and jump ball throws. Like
yes, indeed.
He is good, and that is George Pickett's bread and butter. And I think him being behind a guy like CD, hopefully he's able to learn some stuff from a route running perspective, and he's not going to be having to be guarded by CB1s. Like he's not going to have to.
I didn't even think about that.
Like he's not going to have to be guarded by them. So if you're looking at how many teams got 2 cornerbacks that can slow down, I'm not going to say stop.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. Like how many teams got a cornerback that can like
the Seahawks might be the only team that can maybe move with you. Witherspoon
Denver,
Witherspoon,
maybe
Denver, Barron and Surtain. Maybe with the Steelers, Slay and Porter, but we're not seeing.
But then you're gonna have to throw Ramsey. Ramsey gonna have to help double CD.
Yeah, like, Ramsey. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, can Slay at 30-something years old? Can he hold George Pickens?
Not on no jump ball.
No,
he's not getting physical with George. That's something where you're gonna have to put Jalen on George and say, okay, look, this is your matchup from a physicality standpoint.
Yeah. So even the Eagles, the Super Bowl champs, their secondary is their biggest issue. If I'm Dallas, I'm playing 2 times a year. I'm happy because they already can't hold CD by himself. Now I got George Pickens on the other side,
and I think that fixes a lot of their red zone problems too. Yes, George in the red zone. I think he's gonna, I think he's a big body receiver. Be able to box people out, back shoulder throws. I think that's gonna,
especially when they put 2 or 3 guys on CD.
Demon the right word. I'm going fantasy demon with Pickens. Yeah. Demon the right word. Yeah, I like Pickens. Yeah, let's get greasy. I'm going Pickens.
I love it. But Ethan, you know surprisingly a lot about the Cowboys for not being a Cowboys fan.
How do I put this? I'm just a lover of football. Like I just watch.
Unbiased lover of football.
All right, guys. Well, we can move on to our next segment of the show, and these are going to be our predictions. Let's start with our award predictions and who we think will walk away with the league's final end of season awards. You guys want to start with rookies of the year, or do we want to start with like the main MVP and defensive player of the years?
Let's start with MVP and DPOY. Okay. And offensive player of the year. For MVP, I'm going the best player alive, Patrick Mahomes. I think he's tired of all the talk of Lamar Jackson. He got 2 MVPs. All he needs is a Super Bowl, and he the best quarterback in the league. I think he's tired of that Josh Allen talk of get me to the Super Bowl. I just got to get over the Chiefs. The one time Pat Mahomes is the bar. He's still the bar. He took the crown from Brady as best player alive. And I think that there's been enough time between the last time he got his last MVP where you kind of have that voter fatigue that I think Lamar had last year. I think Pat is now. It's like, okay, it's time for Pat to start stacking up MVPs. He should be at. Let's get him his third, and maybe his fourth in a year or two, so that when it's all said and done, he can stack his stats up against guys like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. That he'll have the MVPs. I think Pat, it's time.
I want to agree with that. I really do want to agree with that. I'm gonna go Joe B. Just to switch it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Joey B.
I like that.
I really want to go a different position, but I don't see no other position. I think if it were going to be a different position, I think last year was the year for Saquon. But that didn't happen, obviously, because we had Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both having historic seasons. But I'm gonna go with Joe B. I think that they're gonna have a better year. I think that defense still gonna be bad, but I think he's gonna find a way to win games this year. At least enough to. I mean, if they would have won games last year, he probably would have been right there looking at Joey B. And at Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson for the MVP stat wise. So I'm gonna go Joe B. But I like the Pat Mahomes. I like that narrative, just especially like the voter fatigue is gone. They're not tired of voting for Pat no more. And like you said, I think he's tired of hearing, people saying that they on the same playing field.
Because he got an ego, bro.
Standpoint, but
he got an ego. He got an ego.
Every great player has an ego, and you have to have an ego. If you don't have an ego, you're not gonna be great, respectfully. But it has to be a healthy type of ego.
Absolutely. And
because
I think
if not, like, you better think you're the best player in the world. If not, you're not going to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
And I think he's mad about how he went out against the Eagles. I think he tight.
Definitely.
Tight about how he went out. But I like that Joey B thing. My thing is I don't know if they're going to win enough games.
Yeah, that's the only thing that scared me. Especially in that division. I mean, they got the Ravens and the Steelers, and the Steelers going to be a tough out. But I think they're going to find a way to win, I hope.
Yeah.
I like both of y'all's picks. I kind of just went chalk and said Lamar Jackson. I think it's very likely for him to win his third MVP. We saw what him and Henry did last year in that backfield, and I don't see any problem with him repeating a very similar season. And yeah, I think there's a better chance for him to win it than Josh Allen, I would say, if they have similar seasons again.
Yeah,
the voter kind of fatigue will lean towards Lamar. So, yeah, but I like both of y'all's too, because I agree with you, Brock, that like it's not going to be anything but a quarterback. When was the last time we saw Adrian Peterson?
Right, yeah. AP was the last one, huh?
And then if you think certain seasons, like I'm of the mindset that one year that Cooper Kupp had, he had a great case of winning MVP.
Who won that year? Lamar.
But I think
his stats wasn't really highlighted. That's the year Lamar did he win based off a record that year? Right, was that the year?
Yeah,
because he had one year he won the MVP, and I mean he played good, right?
It was his first. Really... I think it might have been his first MVP. I think I might be wrong. Again, I might be wrong. But
yeah, we have to match it up.
If you look at a season like Cooper Kupp had, he had the Triple Crown, had the playoff run, had the Super Bowl that he had.
Yeah,
you might have the case that was maybe the single greatest season the receiver has ever had.
In totality, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like what he was able to, he had the moments.
Like
the moments he had the game against Tampa Bay. He had that Super Bowl.
The deep ball.
The deep ball to end the game. The Super Bowl where we all knew he had a concussion. That's that last fourth quarter when he got his hand knocked. We all knew he had, but he still him and Stafford when it was a 2-man game to finish the Bengals off. Like, but that's
I'm not mad at that.
But that's when we say like it's probably gonna be a quarterback. My thing with Lamar is I think now the voter fatigue is getting in. I think last year was his best season he's ever had.
Yeah,
but
it was easily.
And regardless if I think he should have won the MVP the year before. It was consistency in how they voted. Like the whole reason why he got it over a guy like Dak was that his team success and he had specific moments that Dak didn't have. And Lamar with Josh Allen was a similar thing. Like Josh Allen didn't have the supporting cast that Lamar had, and he kind of won it on a similar merit of being the more valuable player. Even though there is no mistake, I think Lamar was clearly the best player.
Right.
But I think now and then it don't help that he lost to Josh in the playoffs. It don't help. So now it's more of a voter fatigue of like, see, we feel more vindicated giving Josh his MVP, even though it is a team sport and This is an individual award. I think it's gonna be one of those things of like until he win his big game, we're not gonna keep giving you these awards for you not to win it.
I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. But I think, but damn it, I think it could kind of be one of them things. Like, granted, the voter fatigue wasn't in Shay's favor, but I think they made up. I think this year they gave Jokic the award to make up for not giving it to Shay the year before.
I agree. Well, I don't know
And
about
I
Shay,
think
but
that
I get the point that you're making. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I think that you know what I'm saying. I think they would possibly, if it came down to that, right, both having a good season, I
Yeah.
think they would do the same. I think they would be like, okay, Lamar should have won last year. We would give it to Lamar over Josh.
Agree.
If it came down to that situation. But
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying.
And then offensive player of the year for me, I'm gonna go at my favorite wide receiver in football, and who I think last year with Cooper Rush as his quarterback for most of the year, that second half had a bum leg, was doing it on one leg, still walked away with 1,000 yards. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to firmly stamp his place as the best receiver in football. I think that Chase and Jettas have had their individual seasons, and I think CeeDee is right there. I think CeeDee Lamb is best wide receiver in football potential, and I think having Dak back another year, Pickens is going to definitely help with the double teams. I like CD for offensive player of the year, man. It might not happen because they don't really give
CD as offensive player of the year doesn't strike me. Doesn't you know what I'm saying? Shock me. But you think he's better than Jamar Chase and
I think he can have a season where he's better than them. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I think overall in their career, I think he's the odd man out. He's the third one. But I mean, 2 years ago, you can make the case that if on like the season that the Cowboys lost to Green Bay, you could have made the case that he was the best receiver in football.
Yeah, you can.
And I think he has that potential.
I think that I actually like that pick because I think that George Pickens will actually free up a lot for CD.
Mm-hmm.
I'm put my phone to that, sir. I think he'll free up a lot for CD. So I think that all in all, obviously, it's going to help CD and his. But offensive player of the year,
targets maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but
like I said,
I think it'll even out though. No, I like that actually. Not that you say that. I'm just trying to think about it. Like, I never really thought about him winning that shit. Like, I just didn't. But
because he'll get the numbers. Like, if he's healthy and Dak's healthy, Dak will find him.
And I think he's gonna be able to play
targets a lot. So
I think he's gonna play more in the slot this year too.
I think he's so great where like I think his slot is obviously his best, but I think he's so great that he can do both, and I think that helps him a lot.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is I think that since they have George on the outside, I think that opens it up more to allow him to be able to say, okay, move. Like you said, he can play outside, right? He can do whatever he wants. He's top 5 in the league, top 3 possibly if you want to. But I think that George can allow him to possibly be more in the slot, which would I think help him out more. So I think that OPRY not a bad take. But I'm going Bijan, me being a running back. I want Bijan. I think Bijan, but close second to Jahmyr Gibbs because I think they're gonna use him a lot more in the passing game. But I think Bijan gonna take it home, bro. I think he's gonna stay himself with a top 3 running back. Kind of like a big reason why I think the Falcons are gonna rise too, and kind of make themselves a wild card playoff contender. So that's my OPRY for the year. And I got him on fantasy team, so we found I'm trying to speak.
You need it. You need it.
Distance. Matter of fact, him and Chase Brown, both of them.
All right, I think I'm gonna go with. Man, I think I kind of want to go with a running back too, but I think I'm gonna go with a receiver. I'm gonna go with Jamar Chase instead.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think Jamar Chase is due for this award. He is. He had an amazing season last year, and the Bengals weren't very good. And I'm with Brock, where I think they're gonna have a better season. They might still do the normal Bengals thing, where they come out really slow and have to pry their way back into the playoff picture. But Jamar Chase is going to be the end-all, be-all of this offense, and we saw the kind of numbers he can put up. I'm really excited about what the Bengals offense is going to look like. They got T. Higgins extended, and Yoshi Voss made a lot of plays for them last year when T. was out too. So just overall,
Bengals. How you got to pronounce his name?
Yoshi Voss, bro.
Yoshi Voss. You must have looked that up or something.
Way better than me. I would have butchered it.
I don't ultimate team, bro.
How about that's called Andy?
But yeah, I'm going Jamar Chase. So
I like that
about that. But all right, let me throw a curveball at y'all for defensive player of the year. And I think this is very dependent on how good this team ends up being. But I think Dexter Lawrence for the New York Giants will have a very, very strong case.
That's a sleeper.
And yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to consider him because I can't remember the last time a defensive tackle won the award. I guess Aaron Donald. Yeah. I guess besides Aaron Donald, because I mean he was just a monster. But like Dexter Lawrence is in a very similar position where he is going to be able to feast on this defensive line with Abdul Carter. They have Kayvon Thibodeau and
Brian
Burns
too, bro.
That D line is nice.
That D line is wicked, bro.
They're
like
gonna
Kayvon Thibodeau, like are they gonna 1, 2, 3? They're gonna be a playoff 4. I'm about to say what they gonna do. Like, but
that's what I'm saying. Like Kayvon being your like really your fourth best one.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, so they're going to be nice. I think Dexter Lawrence is going to be the one to spearhead it all, and he will be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversations if all things go well in New York.
Yeah, hopefully they get Jackson Dart in there and help that. I love Jackson Dart, but I think he's going to be.
He showed me something in preseason. But I am also a Giants.
I love him. So I ain't gonna lie. I bet I'm on my prize picks list for the season for last year. I love Jackson Dart. I loved him since he was at USC, bro. I think his game is crazy. But I like that pick. If they win enough shit, that defense is gonna be nice. I don't know about their DBs, but just
I think the DBs are catfish. Like they're so fried. Them DBs are so fried. But I think I mean that's the Giants. You don't have that expectation.
But that D line is wicked though. They're gonna get about.
It might be one of the best in football, like in that top 3-4 range.
Who's better? I mean, I guess we got to see what Abdul Carter does, but I'm pretty sure he's stamped. Like,
I forgot the Giants added Javon Holland this offseason.
Oh, they did from the Miami. They did.
So that's a good safety option. Like,
good safety. I did.
It's just more so their corners, like who on the outside, like they're not
really. Yeah.
Deontay Banks, Cordell Flott, Drew Phillips,
and the NFC East with Devontae Smith, Pickens,
CD, trouble. Talking they better get pressure instantly.
Brown, yeah. I mean, with that D line, because I think Abdul gonna be the best one.
Yeah, I think he might be top 5 pass rusher already in the league. Like, I think he might stand himself as that this year. I think he's gonna be like. Nice. I think people think Michael Parsons is really good, right? But I think at the pure pass rusher, I think Abdul Carter can be better. I think Michael Parsons is more versatile, and I think he can do more. But I think as a pure pass rusher, I think that what's his name might end up being better, bro.
I'm not mad at that. Abdul is really, really good. He's really good.
I don't know. Something about him just strikes me. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Brock, how are we feeling for Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going. Who did I say? Who's I going? Oh, I like what's his name? Sleeper. I got another sleeper, Brian Branch. I like Brian Branch. I don't know if they're gonna go back to back DB, but I think his game is. I think he's one of the better DBs in the league. He came out of Alabama. I remember him coming out of Alabama. Bro is elite. Like he's one of them ones. So, I think that's probably my DPOY. I think obviously Aiden Hutchinson. He got another candidate. I think somebody else might go with him in this chat. But he got another candidate on the team. But I think he could be. I think he could be a candidate, sleeper. You know, I don't know.
It depends how good the Lions do.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough though, because I just thought about it. So they got Aiden Hutchinson too, so it's gonna be tough to beat his own teammate out. But
that's where I'm following suit on that. I'm gonna go with his teammate Aiden Hutchinson. I think if he didn't get hurt last year, he was on track to get it early in the season. The Lions are gonna come back, especially that defense. They were hurt a lot last year. I think they want to kind of run it back for sure. And I think Aiden Hutchinson wants to put himself in that conversation of best pass rushers in the league, because you have guys like Micah, Nick Bosa, and TJ Waters and Garrett. The best one out of them 4 is the best, and you got a guy like Crosby too. I think he wants to join that rank.
They do leave him out of all them conversations. I never really hear, like, whenever you hear top passers, they never say Aiden Hutchinson. So that's a good point.
And I think he's on the way to doing that. I really think he is.
Oh, yeah. I think he's just as good as Bosa for sure, if not better.
Oh yeah. And hopefully he could just come back from that injury. That's the big thing, is if he can come back from that injury similar to how he was playing before. I'm with you, E. I think he has a very good case for winning it.
Yeah, you might have had the best choice on that one. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give you that. You might have the best one.
I think. I mean, I think because they're not giving it to a DB again. They're gonna go pass rusher this year.
Yeah, I don't think they're giving it to a DB again.
But
I don't think so.
All right, so E, you can lead us for Offensive Rookie of the Year here too.
For Offensive Rookie of the Year, I kind of already touched on it earlier. Travion Henderson. What's understood don't got to be said. I kind of went OD with it. and how good I think he is because I think he's a stud. But yeah, Travion Henderson is gonna be my pick.
All right.
Yeah. He got Gage.
This is the first time my Packers bias is going to show.
Oh Lord.
I'm going with
Here we go.
Matthew Golden's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think a lot of people are excited about him, and I've been keeping up with what he's doing in camp and everything that's going on with the Packers. Obviously, I'm diehard, but I feel really confident that he's going to get targets early in the season, and he's going to become Jordan Love's favorite receiver. He's already cooking Seahawks DBs at training camp, and I think it'll translate to the field very quickly. He had an amazing catch in the preseason game against the Seahawks, and it's just about getting your number one receiver. The number since 2003, I think, was the last time the Packers drafted a receiver in the first round. So there are a lot of expectations for him. I think he'll live up to them with Jordan Love.
I like that.
I like that pick. The only thing that bothers me is that jersey number is ugly on a wide receiver. I don't care what nobody says. It's gross.
So rough,
Oh,
dude.
you gonna get the jersey?
No,
you can't get that. You can't get that jersey. You can't. And I think Golden. Yeah, I can't do that jersey number, but I rate Golden highly. I mean, me and Gage were talking about this, even though I hate talking about the Packers. I was telling him that I think what the Packers are missing is that number one, I think they have a bunch of really good number twos, really good number two. So much so as I don't even think they need like an alpha. Like they don't need a top tier superstar wide receiver. I think if they can end up with a guy, like I said, if Golden can end up in the tier of a guy like McLaurin, like that 10 to 15 range, if he can push that, even 10, really 15 to 20, if he can get in that range,
right?
I think they'll be straight. I really think they do.
I mean, Dobbs and Jaden Reed, and they got good tight ends, so good running game. They got weapons.
If Golden can be that guy for them, where he touched 1,000 yards, like I don't need no 1,400, 1,500 season, but if you can get 1,000 yards, 7-8 tubs, I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, I like that.
And then
my rookie, I'm gonna go sleeper. I mean, not sleeper. I think people expect him to be good. I'm gonna go with Emeka Ibuka.
Yes, sir.
I might be saying his name wrong, but I think with Chris Godwin out in the first couple of weeks, I think he'll be able to get his feet wet. And I think they're trying to transition into him being their future. I think with Mike Evans kind of not on his last leg, still had over a band receiving yards last year. So I mean, he had to work to get that last little catch of the season, but hey, he still got it. But I mean, I think they're trying to transition and make him the future. And I think with Chris Godwin out, I think it'll make his transition a little bit easier just for him being able to get more touches. And I think that he's gonna be somebody that's gonna surprise a lot of people. And I think him playing in that slot, I think he has a high rate of getting open, and I think him playing in the slot alongside Mike Evans, I think it's gonna be pretty dangerous, bro. So I'm going Ibuka.
I like it.
That's a great pick. I'm gonna Ibuka stand. We can go back to past drafted videos where I was legit gassing him up. I think he's a stud, so I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, he elite, bro. He elite.
All right, well, Brock, we'll let you take Defensive Rookie of the Year too, because I have a feeling that we might be talking about the same guy here.
Man, Jade Barron, bro. I think he's gonna be special. I think he's gonna be somebody different type game than Brian Branch, similar in some ways. I guess you can say they both kind of play that slot corner. At least that's where I see them playing Jade Barron. But I think him on the other side, not on the other side, but him with Pat Surtain, man, I think there's gonna be a dangerous defense. I think he's gonna capitalize off of that. I think he can blitz off the edge. He got a complete game. So I think he's gonna be somebody that's gonna capitalize off that defense. And bro, I think they're gonna be sick.
I'm in 100% agreement too.
I'm glad y'all picked Jade Barron because I think him on that Broncos team is going to be great. I'm going to go with another DB that nobody's talking about. I got to change my pick because I realized I remember this guy. This guy early in his collegiate career was the best player on his side of the football on a championship winning Michigan team. I think Will Johnson is completely slept on. I think he was a surefire lock, top 6, top 7 pick. I know he had his injury history, but I'm looking at what he's doing. He's putting Marvin Harrison Jr. in hell in those practice and training camp videos. And I think Will Johnson's a stud. I think he was clearly cornerback 1. I think that injury kind of screwed him over and how teams viewed him. But I think a lot of teams are going to look really, really stupid when he already looks like one of the best corners in football this year. I think they're going to look really stupid not drafting him.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro is NFL ready right now. Like, he got a game. Like, do you say he specializes in man or zone? What do you think he's
Man.
both or man?
I think he do both really well, but I think he's a man corner for sure. I just like it for them to get him where they got him in the draft. It's just a testament to like just
What do you go, like
good
second,
drafting.
third round? What do you go?
Second round.
Second round.
And you can't name 30 players in that draft better than him. You can't. You really can. And for them to get
especially
him,
not that's ready to play right now because he's ready to go, bro.
Yeah, bro, he really is, and it's like you gonna need that. Like they don't really have DBs like that. Like Byron Murphy went to the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I think Will Johnson's probably gonna end up being better than him, and he's a very good corner, Byron Murphy.
Yeah, he did because he can't. Where did Byron Murphy come out of? Washington.
Yeah,
Washington. Yeah.
No Travis Hunter mentions in either offensive rookie or defensive rookie of the year.
I think Hunter's gonna be great.
I think he's gonna be great too, but I just don't. And what they gonna give it to him as though?
Yeah,
you know, like
I think more rookie of the year. I think he'll play more defensive snaps by the end of the season.
More defensive?
Yeah, I think so. That's the way I'm leaning personally.
I think they need. Go ahead. No, you good?
I think we might say the same thing. I think they're gonna need more help defensively.
Yeah.
Like you have the blessing of having an elite young wideout in Brian Thomas Jr.
Right.
He can play wide receiver 2, 3 on certain games where like if he's your wide receiver 3, oh my, embarrassment of riches, right? Like if you need him to be like that, if someone else got the hot hand, then have him just go on a certain reps, save him for the DB side of the ball. I think he's a better DB.
Yeah,
but
I do too.
Let him play CB1 and let him come in on a lot of snaps. I want him to play both sides of the ball. You draft him 2 overall for him.
Yeah.
But I just don't.
If y'all put it like that, and y'all think he's gonna play defense a lot, I can see him winning just because he plays the ball so well. Like
he does.
If he gets around that ball, he gonna have the stats to say, okay, now look at me, I got 4 picks. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying Jahdae Barron can't do that as well, right? But I don't know if anybody plays the ball like Travis Hunter. So I think if we look at if he does play enough defensive stats to where it's like, okay, you're gonna have the time and the you know what I'm saying, the reps to actually get those stats, okay. But no, I'm staying with Jahdae Barron now. But I could see Travis Hunter sneaking his way in there just because his stats may look better than others, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, all right. We will get down to our final segment of the show, and I know we lost Josh along the way. He has some technical difficulties, but we're making it work. We're still having a good time talking ball here with Brock. So, all right, Brock, tell us your Super Bowl prediction here to close out the show. I think are the 2 teams we will see in this year's Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go with Ravens. I think Ravens finally gonna sneak in there. I'm gonna go with Ravens versus the NFC. Who I got coming out the NFC? I want to say the Eagles again. I don't think nobody messing with the Eagles, bro.
Bad pick.
I'm gonna go Ravens versus Eagles, fam. I think Lamar gonna get in there this year though. Ravens versus Eagles.
All right, I like it.
And who I got winning? Ravens. Come on, man.
I'm okay with the Ravens winning. For my agendas, I was like, Gage knows this. I was physically sick for like 4 or 5 days when Jalen Hurts got every Super Bowl MVP.
Bro.
And it wasn't good for my body, spiritually, for my mental health. Like it took a big toll on me. It took a very big toll on me, and I'm still recovering. But my pick is I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the NFC that the other contenders are wide open. I truly believe they are, but I think the Eagles are the clear-cut favorite. They didn't really lose too much on either side of the ball, and I think they got that monkey off their back.
Yeah,
beating the Chiefs dominantly the way that they are. And then the AFC, I'm picking my hometown, Kansas City Chiefs, because they used to be from Dallas, Gage. I don't know if you know that, and I'm from Dallas, so the Chiefs, they're my hometown team.
It worked for you, huh?
Yeah, it just so happened. But I think, I think Pat Mahomes is going to be possessed. It's more than likely Travis Kelce's probably last season. If they're able to keep that wide receiver group healthy for the rest of throughout the year and off the suspension, Rashee Rice, I think offensively they'll be straight. Running the ball, I'm kind of a little worried with Pacheco. Yeah. I'm still not sold on him, but I think the receivers, if you give Pat the help to kind of overcompensate not having Kelce at his best in his career, I think you're fine. And we know what the Chiefs defense does come playoff time. They lock in. I mean, Chris Jones is the best D tackle in football. One of the 3 or 4 best defensive players.
He better than Dexter?
Yeah, I think he's earned that title. I think he's earned that
I
title.
agree.
I think after Aaron,
I was trying to start a little mess because I know my boy Gage said he got him winning defensive player of the year.
Yeah, no, but you make a good case. I think those are the two best. But I think if you also think too of like after Aaron, he kind of was in the shadow of Aaron Donald for a large portion of his career, and I say that as he was winning Super Bowls. But yeah, I think the Chiefs come back with a vengeance, and I think Pat gets his fourth.
He paid his dues.
Yeah.
See,
I agree.
I'm kind of in the same boat of like thinking it is the Chiefs, and it's bit me in the ass every year. I don't pick the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna do it again. I want to see Buffalo get over that hump, bro. They have gotten just heartbroken so many times, and I would love to see the Buffalo Bills make it to the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna put them in my as my team from the AFC. The NFC, like you guys said, I think Philly is pretty much the favorite, and I don't know if anyone's really going to knock them off. If I had to say, I think there's a team that can. I think it's the Rams. And
that's a good choice.
I think the Rams, if everything goes well, if Matthew Stafford stays healthy, I think they're the team that could surprise Philly and make it to the Super Bowl.
They played them the best in the playoffs.
Yep. That's why I think they have a chance. They match up really well against Philly, in comparison to a lot of the other teams that they'll see in the NFC. So I think the Rams, if there's any team that's going to knock off Philly, it's going to be the Rams, in my opinion.
I like that.
I'm trying to think of who else in the NFC, though. There has to be somebody that's
the Niners, maybe, but again, the Niners is more of a health and offensively. Can Ayuk and them really do damage? The Lions, who knows, right?
Lions,
I gotta see I know we kind of let it, but I gotta see it to believe it. That's partially the reason why I picked the Chiefs. I gotta see with my own two eyes. I gotta see the Ravens and the Bills do it. I have to see the Lions with my own two eyes make it to the NFC Champ game before I even pick them for a Super Bowl berth.
But that's the one team that roster-wise,
I agree.
Roster-wise, that's the one team that matched up with them. The Rams are just a good team. They great scheme and everything. They play well. But you're right.
I also think Jameson Williams is going to have a big year. I know we didn't mention him too much, and he would have been a great riser pick. But I think
fantasy demon too. I think he's going to have a hell of a year.
Yep. I think he can show out this year. If he can touch 800, 900 yards, shoot, maybe if he gets to 1,000, I think it'll be.
I'm about to say he might touch the band. Because I think that that'd be interesting. I don't know. Yeah, nobody messing with the Eagles, man. That's sad.
Yeah, Eagles are tough. Howie Roseman is doing a great job of building that squad over there, man. They just keep adding players too. They got John Mechie from the Texans.
Crazy.
Just a guy who's going to be third or fourth on our depth chart. No big deal.
Let's get the ball when we need to.
But Brock, all right, man. Well, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate all the time you've given us, and upset a little bit that Josh wasn't able to.
Fact.
But hey, I think that just gives us more incentive to maybe join the pod, or maybe you have to join the pod again, or we go over to In Between the Lines and join y'all for a pod.
We gonna do this again for sure, man. I had a good time, bro. It's always good talking about.
We're gonna do our NFL picks during the season, and you and Josh definitely gonna come on.
Yeah, man, we on there.
Week point.
Oh yeah, we on there. Yeah, and vice versa. Y'all gonna be on ours. Yeah, y'all know it's love. Oh yeah, we gonna do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this so far or enjoyed it all throughout, make sure that you guys check the description, follow In Between the Lines, follow Brock, follow Josh, and make sure you guys are following us too. And share the channel with your friends, share them with your family, your lover, whatever it may be. It's been
whoever, please. We need the subs, please.
Yeah, it's been the Are We Recording Podcast. The Young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton. I'm Gage. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me.